Ow, my bones. I'm gonna get outside and take a walk or something. Jeez. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, you know what I like more than the outside anyways? Bad Wii games.
Looking to get swole but just can't bring yourself to make it to the gym? Thanks to Nintendo Wii, you can finally get those sick gains without leaving your home with Walk It Out. Why is Konami's name on this?
I'm Liz, and I'm a personal trainer.
Hey, Liz.
It's time to walk it out and get fit to over 100 of your favorite songs.
Oh, perfect. That's just the reason I'm playing. You start off by making your avatar, selecting from masculine or feminine, and then picking your colors. Nothing too fancy. After it asks for your height, weight, and age to track your burnt calories, you're one step closer to burning calves and gaining that six-pack. Just slip your nunchuck into a pocket and start marching to the rhythm of the music. You'll roam around what's called Rhythm Island, a desolate wasteland populated with capsules begging for your points in order to build a city. See, with each successful step, you gain a point. Rhythm Island starts off empty, but you'll be building trees, apartments, houses, farmlands, and fields, breathing life into this area as you progress. And boy, it is slow going. Want to head out to the beach? That's going to cost you 400 steps. New song? That's going to cost you 50 more. And unlocking scenery can vary wildly, from 50 to hundreds of points per thing. And with 3,346 things to build, 120 songs to collect, and 69 routes to unlock, it's pretty apparent that this game is in it for the long haul, encouraging you to revisit it often to get some of that exercise. And I really don't think this is a bad thing. In fact, I think it's pretty genius. In a mundane sea of Wii shovelware infested with janky exercising games to cash in on motion control, it at least gives you some sort of incentive to keep playing. Yes, the controls are still kinda bad, and yes, it's not really a game in the traditional sense, but it does remind me of a clicker game where wasting your time gives you positive feedback, only you trade tapping a screen with working towards a hot walking bod to get that progression. Granted, it doesn't feel very good to see all of your steps disappear in an instant by springing up a metric ton of trees, which happens far too often. The default settings have you losing a point every time you miss a step as well, but Nancy here, my ever-so-kind fitness instructor, informs me that I can turn that off. So I did. Oh look, and difficulty. It only reduces the number of points required to unlock stuff? Yeah, let's turn that all the way down too.
Oh man.
So I'm sure this comes to no surprise to anyone, but it's fairly easy to cheat the system in this game. So long as the nunchuck registers sudden movement, it counts as a step. And I'll be damned if I'm going to rebuild this city at 3 miles per hour, marching in place in a tiny room like a doofus. So time to build up some points. I prefer getting a ton of points before spending them because the completionist in me hates putting up 1 or 2 trees and seeing a whole block barren, so I'll just get a ton and clear an entire area. Alright, well I thumped this thing like 14,000 or so times, and I've listened to Boom Boom Pow by the Black Eyed Peas for 2 hours straight, so I think I am at my limit. It's time to play capitalism and buy some property with my hard work.
Oh, weird bit in there. That was weird. Bristle. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, things are really poppin' now. It's kinda nice to walk around your city once you've built it up enough. You know, after spending so much time in this empty, sad place. You get to see a lot of people walking around, all the buildings. It's nice. And while the bulk of the game is roaming around and marveling at your work, you can also play mini-games. What Wii title is complete without those? You got such classics as Whack-A-Mole. You know, I take back my prior compliments of this game trying to set itself apart with its city stuff. There's really not much to say about it. Moles pop up, you hit them, get points, and you get to choose a soundtrack to do it to, so it's about what you would expect. Then you've got this one. I don't even know what to call it, but it gives me an aneurysm. They call it Cycolo, and you're supposed to move this cube along a colored grid, but you can only roll a side onto a matching color. Using that, you move your cube around to collect these hearts. It's kind of a colorful mess, and I had a hard time getting the hang of it, mostly because the directions don't quite match the board and it's slightly slanted, so up isn't up and down isn't down. It's really a mess. It's the worst one of the bunch. The last minigame is definitely the best one, where you move your character around with a hammer in a field and whack these blob dudes. The thing I definitely don't get is you move with your analog stick, but you charge up your hammer by walking. It's kinda strange, but I guess I should be thankful they didn't go for multiple direction movement by shaking the nunchuck instead. And that's all 3 minigames offered. There had to be some sort of Wii director who was slave-driving developers to put obligatory minigames on every release for the console. And I think those developers were ashamed of making these because you could only find them hidden away in the pause menu. They're nowhere to be seen on the start screen. So I guess that's really all there is to say about this game. From a crowded throwaway genre commonly seen on the Wii, this rises above the pile of blehs and blargs. A king of blargs, even. But in the end, it's just that. Just blarg.
Well, let me tell you, that was enough exercise for one lifetime. I'm gonna go play something different and calorie load, I think. Yeah. Calories. Delicious.